I didn't give it a 7. I was like, what?
All right, guys, the stream is live. We're here. This is the first live stream on the channel. If you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button. But I mean, we're just here to talk. You know, Brantley and I usually have like weekly videos together where we just talk about random topics. But we thought might as well try it on a live stream. This is my first time doing it on the live stream, so this is just a little test time. I mean, I'm excited to talk. I have a bunch of stuff that Brilliant and I can talk about written down. And then I also have a tier list for Brilliant and I to do, which we'll do at the end of the stream. But Brilliant, I wanted to start off by talking about episode 4 or 5 of Invincible. Yeah, episode 5 of Invincible. I know you just watched it, bro. What were your thoughts on it, bro?
I think that's the best episode so far. Like we got a really,
Yes.
really good villain, a villain that was built up, had like interesting motivations, interesting character. This is like our first like real like villain in the show today that's been like actually built up. So far it's been like a 1 week villain kind of things. So it was really cool to see. Of course, just again, just the action delivered as always. And this is just the best episode. And pacing, and we actually see Mark struggle with like in high school in like relationships and just being in school, his job, everything. Like the real struggle that would happen probably if you were a superhero in high school. So I just thought that was really great and just execution. This episode was to me it was like basically near flawless. Like this is a 9 out of 10 episode. Definitely my favorite one so far.
Bro. I'm giving it a 9.5, bro, dude. It was like
Oh,
there's the only thing I can think of that was actually wrong with this episode was like the Amber and like Mark stuff. Like it was like cool, like at like first, but it felt like it was getting dragged, which is realistic, but it just got annoying as a viewer for me personally. But it is realistic. Like that's my favorite thing about the show is that it's so realistic now. Like it's actually getting into like what Spider-Man should have been in the MCU, in my opinion. But like it's like dude, I'm so excited to see what the show does now because of this. Like literally, this episode alone is like oh, I have to come back next week. Like literally, there's like nothing. Well, should we talk spoilers, bro? We gotta talk spoilers. I already did a spoiler for your review.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you guys haven't already watched the newest episode, this is your spoiler alert right here. Click off and then come back in like 10 minutes. But dude, bro, Omni-Man and Debbie, bro. What is about to go down, bro? I wanted to tell you about this yesterday, bro. Dude, the wife knows. She knows now.
I don't know what they're like. I mean, I don't think she's gonna say anything like to Mark or something like that, but it's definitely interesting. Like how long, like that tension is gonna be interesting because like now she knows. But I don't know what she's gonna do like, with information. Maybe she'll go to the Cecil guy, and maybe they'll figure something out. But I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
Dude, yeah, bro. I'm so excited to see what like that feature of the show holds. Okay, we'll get to this question in like 2 minutes. Just give us a little bit of time. We're gonna finish talking Invincible, but dude, bro, Titan is set up to be something special, bro. Titan is gonna be something crazy. I'm so excited to see what Titan does, dude. Like, dude, he's so fleshed out too. Like already, like in one episode, he's already so fleshed out. So like they can do so much with this character, and it feels like his wife and his daughter know already like what he does, because she was like, "Is this our new home?" So that means like she has some sort of idea. So like, dude, maybe he's like an anti-hero because remember her daughter was like, "What kind of superhero are you, Dad?" When she saw Invincible flying through the city. So maybe he like used to be a hero. Like I want more like of his like not personal, like not family, but like superhero backstory, I guess. Like what he's been through in the past, because we really don't know his motive or anything. Like, yeah, to provide for his family, but like, why would you kill that mechanical like Travis Scott dude, bro? Dude, that's all I can think of, bro.
That's like his boss. So he had like off him, I guess, and that guy's like kind of holding him back.
Yeah, I mean now he has like the opportunity to like do his own thing. So I feel like I feel like the show has a lot of potential when it comes to the villains too, because like they can still introduce side villains and like smaller things here and there, and still focus on Titan. I think Titan will be the main villain, bro. Like the main dude.
But I don't know because that Beast guy. I mean, he just left, so I think he might come back later on too.
No, I think the Beast guy. No, I think the Titan dude will call the Beast guy, but like the Titan guy will be like the main villain. But like, I can see that. Yeah, I can see. But like, Invincible would fight the Beast dude as well. Like after it gets super strong, like when he trains and stuff. Also, bro, dude, he was kicking ass, bro. Dude, he was murdering all of them. I'm like kind of wondering what they're gonna do with Anu because Anu was watching literally his son die. Like, what is the man on, bro? Like, I'm still confused, like what his whole point is here. But I mean, we'll see. Like, dude, Debbie. Debbie's finding it out, and I'm just excited to see where her like character arc goes to because she's like on the side, but like not really. Like she holds
Yeah,
such
she's like kind
valuable
of,
like yeah, she holds like such valuable information, but like she's like
yeah.
still shoved to the side a little bit, like dude. And then I saw a comment on my video about this. It was like he was like, I hope the girl and I forgot her name. The girl Mark is dating. What's her name?
Ember.
Amber, yeah. He's like, I hope Amber and Mark break up and he starts to date Eve. Bro,
Oh, Adam Eve.
what dude, I'm down. Like
I
I
thought
don't
he
like
might do that, but I feel like it's not like kind of a little like too like obvious though.
yeah,
Like if
yeah.
it took that route,
Bro,
it would be
what if
like
like
too predictable.
my thing is like what if they just use Eve like in the next season? Like they could use like Eve like falls in love with Mark at the end of this season. And then like cuz like she obviously already likes him, bro. Like it's obvious. She likes him at least a little bit. And
Yeah.
so it would be cool to see like Eve falls in love with Mark and then Mark is already spending so much time with Eve outside of school like doing superhero stuff or at least they did in the first few episodes. And then we can't go without mentioning this, bro. Eve's side storyline is so good. It's such a
Yeah.
banger,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Dude. Dude, what was
I
your
mean,
thoughts on that? That like side
it makes
storyline.
sense. Well, I guess going back to like the relationships, it does make sense because I mean, early on, even Eve said herself like, "Oh, like being someone that's not a hero just wouldn't work out." And like now, Mark like it realizes that now because like he can't even spend time with Amber because he's like doing superhero
Exactly.
stuff. So it would make sense for him to actually like date a superhero if he's gonna date somebody. So I think that could definitely happen down the line. But his whole like home life, it was very interesting. It's like I just thought we're seeing like real aspects, like what like having superpowers would probably be like. Like her parents don't want her to do it, she wants to do it, obviously, and just a very controlled household. But like, so I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Eve and like how her like by the end of the season like where she's gonna be at because she's like yeah she's not on a team or anything, so she's kind of like out there just chilling. But I'm really interested to see where they're gonna take her character like by the end of the season.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see where she goes, especially because like she plays a vital role in like a few different storylines, like the Rex storyline, which is kind of like off now. Like they kind of like sideline that whole team. Like the team is still there, but they're not nearly as prominent as they used to be. And then she's in like that Rex storyline. She has her own family storyline, and then she's in the love triangle with Amber and Mark. So there's a lot of different places she could be implemented. So I'm excited to see where they put her character and all that. So what were your final thoughts on Invincible episode 5, bro? And do you like where this series is going? Because I'm in love.
I love where it's going, man. It's just like even for me, like one thing I started to do now, that like even makes the show more fun. I try to like guess like which character like parodies like which hero. It took me so long to realize that
Yes.
Titan. It took me so long to realize that Titan was like Luke Cage. It took me so long to figure that
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
And I felt so stupid, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. But I didn't catch it at first. But yeah, I just really just love the show so far. Like so far, like all the storylines are interesting to me. Most of the characters are interesting, and these next 3 episodes are probably gonna get crazier and crazier. So.
Yeah, bro. The
All right.
writing really is like perfect in this series so far. Like they haven't missed in one episode with like the script and writing aspects of stuff. And it actually makes like voice performances cool because you can actually like tell their emotion. Like we were talking about this the other day, but like the talent behind these voice actors, like we can literally feel the emotion without having to actually see them. Like the animation is top tier at most times. And then the voice acting is just another level. But yeah, I love the episode as well, guys. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna answer this question. We'll answer this question really quick before we move on. What's your favorite Marvel movie, Brentley?
Oh yeah, I think
I think we have the same answer to this.
Civil War or I don't know, Civil War
Okay, we don't have the same answer.
or Infinity War, one or the other. Maybe
Favorite,
Infinity
not
War.
best. Favorite, not best.
Yeah. Favorite. Probably Civil War. Yeah, probably.
Civil, yeah, I'm
I
gonna say
think Civil
Infinity
War.
War. I'm gonna say Infinity War. So my favorite would be Infinity War or Infinity
Oh
War.
man,
I love the way they like culminated everything. Like Civil War was phenomenal. Civil War is my second favorite, and the Winter Soldier is my third favorite. What's your top three?
based on stuff is like almost that. It's probably Civil War, Infinity War, and probably Ragnarok. That third.
Ragnarok, yeah. Ragnarok's probably my 4, I would say. But yeah, Ragnarok's so good. Sorry we didn't answer the question earlier, but we were talking about Invincible. If you guys want to check out my Invincible review, click my channel, subscribe, turn notifications on. You know the deal. Talking about deals, let's talk about the Netflix Sony deal. There's some more news that came out today that Netflix is reportedly looking into buying Sony films. So they're basically they would do this because they would not only get the rights to all of like the hero stuff, like when it comes to Sony films, but they would literally get the entire, like every single asset that Sony has owned in Sony films. What do you think of that, bro? Because that is insane.
That's gonna be weird though, because that means like if they actually buy the films, then they can just drop them on streaming, like they have to, like go to theaters. That'd be like kind of odd, but
No. They would still drop the movies in theaters. Like Netflix,
okay,
like the
okay.
company would just own it. It's like it would be the same thing as like
Yeah.
so it would be the same thing as like basically like they do the dealings for Spider-Man. Disney would pay Netflix for the Spider-Man's like rights and stuff like that. And then it more or less it would be like after Spider-Man Far From Home comes out, that's not part or not sorry, Spider-Man No Way Home. After Spider-Man No Way Home comes out, it's not gonna be on that, it's not on that Netflix deal because the Netflix deal with Sony right now is only 2022 movies.
Yeah.
But people are saying that if Netflix buys them out, they're not going to put No Way Home on streaming services because it's not going to make any money compared to theaters. Like even during COVID, bro, if you put No Way Home in theaters, I bet you it would like make
I mean,
Godzilla vs Kong look puny, bro.
It's Spider-Man, man.
So basically, people are saying that Netflix would put it on their streaming service like 45 days after that 3-month period in theaters. That's what people are saying. So basically what HBO Max is doing with the DC stuff. Like the
Yeah, I don't
45
mind
days
that.
after. Like that would be
I don't hate
cool.
it.
Yeah. But the thing is I wouldn't see them getting as big of a budget as like Sony would give. Because like
Yeah.
Netflix,
So okay, I'm kind of confused. So you said that Netflix is actually trying to like buy like the Sony, like trying to like buy these properties. They're trying to like buy
no,
like
they're taking over like Sony films wouldn't exist anymore. It would be
there's like
all under Netflix. Like Fox Films doesn't exist anymore. It's all under Disney now. So everything that Sony makes in Sony films would be directly under Netflix. So it would be considered a Netflix original movie if they put it under that. Because like Fox characters, like obviously they're gonna say like Marvel, like it's gonna have Marvel in the beginning and stuff like that, but like it's not a Fox studio movie anymore. Like it's not gonna have that Sony title card in the beginning. It's gonna have the Netflix title card in the beginning. That's basically it. So I don't know, bro.
I don't know why Sony would agree to that because like Sony has. I mean, I'm thinking in my head like I might be dumb, like I'm pretty sure Sony has more money than Netflix, like as like an overall company.
Not in films though. Like Sony films do so bad, bro. I don't think you understand.
I'm saying,
like, Sony,
like, their films have bigger budgets though than Netflix movies and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, but they don't make as much money back. I don't think. And bro, Netflix is ready to pounce at any time. We know this with the Knives Out stuff. We'll talk about that later.
it's like what? I mean, Netflix big film was like so far like Gray. I think it's like 250, like 250 mil, like budget wise.
What movie?
I think like the biggest movie is like right now is like Gray Man, right? The one with Evans and Gosling. Like
that's a Netflix movie?
Something like that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think that's like their biggest one yet. Like biggest budget one so far, I think. But so maybe I mean I don't know. It's just Netflix movies like for me, like original Netflix movies, like
oh
they're
my
very
god.
hit or miss.
What
They're
the heck, bro? $200 million for Gray Man?
Yeah, I think it's the biggest one yet. So that's the biggest so far, like budget wise. But
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I don't know.
That's insane.
Netflix originals are so hit or miss. Like, I mean, if they get like better creative teams and stuff, I guess. I mean, I would be down for them to go through with the deal. But
yeah, bro. I would love to see Netflix buy Sony, but there's ups and downs to everything, you know. But yeah, talking about Netflix, I guess we can talk about the Knives Out sequel, bro. $100 million per movie. That's insane. The original one was like 60 million, bro. That's like nothing.
That movie was like a surprise. Just I don't think anyone expected it.
Banger, bro.
That well. It's amazing.
I'm excited to see what Netflix does with it, bro. Like, bro. Okay, what's your dream cast for Knives Out? Let's do that. Like, let's say like you can pick like 3 dream people.
3? All right. Let's see. Catherine Hahn. Man, this is tough. I'm thinking dream people now. I mean, of course, Adam Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver, bro, for sure.
That's like a guarantee. You know, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing like this pretty big. But, like I guess like a Brad Pitt or something. I wouldn't mind that.
Brad Pitt, I don't know, bro. And Daniel Craig.
He can bring the charisma. Like, I don't know.
I think he can bring the charisma, but like, man, that's a lot.
I can't see it happening. Like realistically, like yeah, I don't see that actually happening. That's a lot of money.
I don't know, bro. that's a little bit.
But if
That's
I
a
go with
bro.
a more real realistic choice, I'd probably say someone like, oh man, it's tough. I'd probably say like Taika Waititi, honestly.
Yes, bro. I was
Like
gonna say that. That
acting.
wouldn't be in my top three, but like I would definitely say Taika Waititi, bro. Yeah. So
I
okay,
think he got so much fun.
my top three, I would go Adam Driver. Okay, wait. Does this have to be realistic though? Is the question.
I
So
mean,
I could go
I
like,
don't know. I mean,
all right, I'm gonna go
it's up to
Adam
you.
Driver. That he's an untouchable. I want Adam Driver no matter what. Okay, Adam Driver, Robert Pattinson. I don't see it happening, but I would love British accent Robert Pattinson in there, somewhere thrown in there. Okay, and then I would say Tom Holland, but I don't think he'd do that. He's still on a Netflix. No, he's on an Apple TV Plus deal right now, so I don't think he'd do that. Depending on when these movies, but dude, the first sequel is supposed to release like next year, which is insane. And so, I would say Catherine Hahn. I would say Catherine Hahn.
I just wish she can. Yeah, she can kill that. Man.
Yeah, she could do something crazy with that role. I definitely Catherine Hahn. Yeah, that would be my top three. Pattinson's not that like realistic though. Like Pattinson's not realistic at all, because he's gonna be too busy making like 12 Batman movies. So I mean, I'd rather have him do Batman than Knives Out. But no, I definitely think, bro. Okay, it's not because I'm obsessed with her, but Elizabeth Olsen, bro. Bro, she
Really, the whole
could.
main cast of WandaVision were like Betty Olsen and Calvin
Yes,
Hahn. Like
Vandy
they
Olsen
could
and
all
Hans,
work.
yeah. Dude, bro. That would work. Oh, Paul Bettany actually is a good one.
Yeah,
Paul Bettany's a good one.
Like
Okay,
they
if
could
I had
all
to replace Pattinson with another guy, I would say Bettany, bro. I didn't think of him, but I would love to see Elizabeth Olsen, but it's fine if we don't get. That's not as realistic though. So I don't think that's as big of a deal. But what's the next thing we should talk about? What do you want to talk? Okay, we can talk about the snub for Tenet in the award shows. We can talk about Falcon Winter Soldier, or we can talk about Spider-Man 4.
That's Spiderman Far, I guess.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, Spider-Man 4, guys. Sony is cash grabbing before they sell out to Netflix, and they're trying to get Tobey Maguire to come back for Spider-Man 4. I do not think they should do this. Brilliant and I talked about this yesterday. No, do not do it, Tobey Maguire. Say no. I know Sam Raimi will say no for a fact. And they literally were like, "Oh, we're only bringing Sam Raimi." Like, people are like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna bring Sam Raimi back." So, what are your thoughts, Brilliant? I know you're opposed to this, but like, just go into detail as to how much you hate Sony for this.
I just don't think it's a smart idea. The thing is, I think it's just basically gonna be a cash grab if this came to light. But yeah, I think if Sam Raimi would only do it like it's like gonna be in like the original universe, if it's gonna like, finish off what he actually wanted to do, like what he started. I just think it would be kind of weird too, just having it like it would be so odd seeing like Toby's like slowly in the MCU like.
But he's so old too, bro. He would not work as Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Like, he's
like,
not doing those stunts. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
Odd.
But yeah, no. I mean, okay. The thing is, I would have loved to seen a fourth Spider-Man movie, but I don't want it now because of the sole purpose that if they do it, they're gonna do it like going off the events of Multiverse of Madness, which practically confirms that Tobey Maguire is in Multiverse of Madness. The fact that that's actually it's just a rumor, so ripped my hopes and dreams. But I do think that if it was like if it happened in that timeline, like before they did Amazing Spider-Man, I think it would have been cool to see that. Like I would have been pretty excited for that. But I really don't think we have much to talk about Spider-Man. Just Sony, don't do it, please. And then keeping on the Marvel track, let's talk about Falcon Winter Soldier episode 4. Phenomenal episode, my favorite episode. But the series as a whole isn't hitting home for me. Brentley, what's your thoughts on episode 4?
Oh, I mean, personally, the series overall, like, it's hidden for me so far. Like, I mean, I think I like it a little bit more than most people. But, I mean, obviously, still has its, like, obvious flaws. But I would say episode 4 was really definitely the strongest point. Like, both Invincible and Falcon Soldier, they were both hitting, like, high cylinders this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, this episode really, really just developed, I think it developed almost everyone in some aspect. And, of course, the ending with John Walker. He's officially U.S. agent.
Yes,
and
yeah, I need that black suit. I need that black suit.
I know, man. Like, everything was just so good about the episode. I really just loved it. The action again, of course, it's been consistently great throughout the whole series, in my opinion. And I just love how they're really developing the characters. And I don't just like WandaVision. I don't know. For me, these shows like they both kind of start off kind of predictable, but like I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't know really
Bradley, you
where
did not just tell me
it's gonna
WandaVision started
go.
off predictable. That was the worst thing you could have
Okay.
said.
I'm sorry. Not predictable, but like I feel like we kind of had like a general idea like from early on, like what was kind of gonna like
No,
unravel,
I
I
had no
guess,
idea what was gonna
and it kind
happen
of still
until
like
like the
subverted the
middle of the show, bro.
expectations.
I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea
I'm
what
saying
was
like
gonna
we knew like
happen.
it was like I mean we knew it was like some like fake reality, like it was gonna like still like unlike wind itself like
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah, yeah,
I don't
okay.
know. You
Okay,
get
I
me?
agree with
But
that. Like
like
that last section of what you just said, but the rest of it, no, I do not agree with that. But okay, episode 4 for
yeah, but
me,
it wasn't like
phenomenal
predictable, I
episode.
guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree. Like it was like the main concept of the show was predictable, but the content inside of it wasn't predictable. Like what they gave us wasn't predictable at all. But like the main like aspect of WandaVision, like it's a fake reality. Eventually they're gonna find out. Eventually this game, like we could kind of predict those bigger picture things, but little stuff we could never predicted. But my thoughts on episode 4, Falcon Winter Soldier, phenomenal episode. My favorite of the series so far. I loved every like aspect of it. Like I loved the action, the writing, the flashback in the beginning almost made me tear up. And overall, it was just a super great episode. But the series as a whole for me, the only reason I'm not like enjoying it as much, I guess I could say, is excuse me, the main like premise of the show, like that, like the villain, like you, like all that kind of stuff, like isn't really bringing me back to watch. I'm not saying in a bad way. Like I love the show, I love every single episode by itself, but cohesively, it's not that good for me because I'm not like invested in the characters. Like I'm invested. Actually, okay, I take that back. I'm invested in each singular character, but I'm not invested in the story. I think that's a better way to put it. Like I love the characters. I'm in love with Bucky's arc. I'm in love with US Agent's arc. I'm in love with Sam's arc, but I just can't like seem to like connect with the overall story. Like I love that they're like even dude, episode what it was like episode 3 like last week or no, the week before episode 2. The the racial justice messages, literally I was like this show is for me. Like I love this show. This is it. Like Marvel is doing everything they need to do. Violence and real world stuff in a TV show. That is what I love to see. But like overall story, like overall from an overall perspective, it's just not it for me. Like WandaVision, and obviously we're not at the end of Falcon Winter Soldier. So this is why I hate giving my opinion on the series as a whole. It's because we're not at the end yet. The next 2 episodes could be absolutely perfection and close off the series so well. We just don't know yet. But as of now, I don't know. Like I'm just not vibing with like the story as a whole. But each individual episode, awesome. I would say this episode, this previous episode, episode 4 of Falcon Winter Soldier is battling for my number 1 Disney Plus episode for Marvel. Like I would say it's between Falcon Winter Soldier, this episode 4, and WandaVision episode 6. I think it was the Halloween episode. So I think it's between those 2 episodes right now for me personally. But I'm still giving WandaVision the edge because I haven't seen what this episode leads to necessarily. Because like, what if we got all that build up at the end of the episode for nothing? Like we have to see what it builds off of, like what the calm of the storm is after this episode. So I'm excited to see that, and then I can probably say if it's my favorite episode. But as of now, I don't know. Like the series as a whole isn't it for me. But I think moving on from that, I wanted to quickly talk about Wonder Woman 1984 winning Best Stunts in a Motion Picture. This is kind of off topic for Marvel stuff, but I did want to talk about it in some way on the channel. Now, personally, I am a massive Tenet fan. I am a Christopher Nolan simp, Rob Pattinson simp, John David Washington simp. I will do anything for Christopher Nolan to get his credit because there's too many haters out there. And these award shows just don't like my man. And basically, he won for Best Visual Effects, bro. How did he win for Best Visual?
He did?
Bro, he won for
That's
Best
crazy.
Visual Effects. Literally, he
They
crashed
didn't.
a plane into an airport and didn't win Best Stunt,
Yeah.
but won
He didn't
Best
get
Visual
he
Effects.
didn't get nominated either, did he? I don't think
No, he
so.
didn't get
Did he?
nominated, bro,
Yeah,
for
that's
exploding
what I mean.
a jet, bro.
They didn't give him a
Like
chance.
it's so annoying to me that they do this stuff. Like this is why I hate award shows so much. Like this is like my 13th reason for never trusting award shows. Okay, like I don't know. I just wanted to quickly mention that. Brinley, you have thoughts on that?
I just think it's kind of ridiculous that he just didn't get a nomination, especially like just yeah, after all the stunts in that movie and just everything, the
Bro, they learned how to
choreography,
fight backwards too. That's the
yeah,
thing. They
they
literally learned how
literally
to
yeah.
fight backwards.
After all that, just not even getting nomination, I think is kind of just slap in the face. I'd be pretty mad if I was him. But at the same time, these award shows, like obviously they're great, like the big ones for like the directors, actors, stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I think the actors truly and the creators truly know like how their work is considered like amongst like the masses, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think he knows them. Like most, I think he knows that most people think that he got robbed, and
Yeah.
that Tenet, it was a great movie visually and stunt wise.
And overall, it was a phenomenal movie. Don't
Yeah,
forget
and
that.
overall,
But
it was
yes,
pretty
okay.
good.
Okay, so next thing I wanted to talk about. This one might take a little bit longer to get to, but or get done with. But so I already talked to Brentley about this, but Dune might get pushed back, so they do a theater only release. Legendary and the director, Mr. Villeneuve, I think that's how you pronounce his name. They wanted to get pushed back into the 2022 slate for these Warner Brothers movies. Personally, I think it's a good idea. I want this movie to be um, perceived to the art, not perceived, but shown to the audience the way the director wants it, and the main people funding it, who are legendary. I want it to be given to the people how they intended it to, because this movie is supposed to be the start to a, I guess, bigger thing, like not only like a trilogy, but probably a whole universe surrounding this one starting movie. So I really, really, really want to see like I want this movie to be as perfect as it can be on release. Like, okay, the movie might not be perfect when it comes out, but I want everything leading up to it to be perfect, because like the thing is, Dune is a big franchise. It's just like it's like difficult to get in, I guess, because it's like it's based off of books. So they have to adapt off of books. And so
Yeah.
obviously the book readers are gonna go watch the movie. I'm not a book reader. And I'm excited for the movie because the actors in it. And like the concept seems cool to me. But what about the general audience who doesn't know anything about it and they just turn it on HBO Max? That's not how the director, the person who knows the most about it, like wants it to be seen. So I don't know. I agree with them, but like, see, the thing is, for like a lot of movies, I wouldn't. Like, there's like only certain movies where I'm like, yeah, they got to push it back for a theater only release. Like Venom, bro, I don't care. Like, release it on Disney Plus. I mean, they're not going to, but just do it. Like, I don't care, because that movie, like, it's not like a visual movie. Like Tenet, bro, I wish they would have delayed it to like 2023. Like, they could have genuinely like moved it all the way down, and I still would have been like, yes, keep it like that. After watching the movie, I realized that even more. Like, it's just so visually pleasing. Like, I wanted to watch it in IMAX, but I didn't get the chance because it released like literally mid-pandemic. So, brilliant. I already know your opinion on this, but just explain why you think they should move it, if that's what you think. I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that there's like some movies like exceptions to the rule. Like obviously, I'm like you, like I wouldn't really care too much about other films, but like there's just some movies like that are just so grand and like in scope, but you just like, have to experience like in a theater. That's like the ideal way to experience like that story. So I think Dune's definitely one of those movies. I mean, this movie stacked with actors, visually looks insane from what we've seen so far. And so I wouldn't mind. I mean, if that's what the director wants, he wants to push it back. Uh, I think that HBO Max should listen. I mean, we've seen what happened with Tenet and with Warner Bros. And stuff. So hopefully they learn a lesson. Maybe they'll take some input, and hopefully we'll get to see it soon. I mean, eventually. I mean, I think Dune will be worth the wait. So far, the director has a pretty good track record. Hasn't really had any too like critical misses or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I think that the movie will probably be worth the wait, most likely.
Yeah, I would definitely say I really want it to get moved, because I mean, literally, if it did come out on streaming services, the thing is, I would like be forced to watch it on streaming service because it's free on HBO Max, so I would watch it there. But I would rather pay $15, go to the theater to watch it, and not use another HBO Max trial. But that's besides the point. Um, Speaking on theaters and stuff, I made a whole video about this. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can check the page on the channel. But I talked about if studios were gonna go theater only releases anytime soon. And so the main premise of this video came from just thinking about Godzilla versus Kong's success in theaters. Let me check the stats. Actually, I have these written down somewhere. I have these written down in my notes for that video. So do I not have the notes anymore? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, okay, this is basically what it said in the notes. Okay, so it was like Godzilla vs. Kong made hella money overseas, right? It made double the money overseas than it did in the US. That's partially because of the HBO Max dual release. But people are saying, okay, Godzilla vs. Kong had a lot of success, especially for a pandemic movie, which is what everyone's calling these movies now. And so I'm thinking, bro, that's not a fair way to compare it because this movie has potentially the biggest international audience out of any movie that in the next year, I would say. Like even these superhero movies, like, and this is where Black Widow comes into play. Black Widow is a great character, okay? Yes, her stands are annoying, but as a character, she's great. But the only issue here is she's a secondary Avenger. She's literally been sidelined throughout the entire MCU in the last 10 years. The Avengers are huge in other countries. The superhero Marvel is huge in other countries, but Black Widow, a solo movie, isn't big enough to have that global impact that Godzilla versus Kong has. And if what, like 90% of the Godzilla versus Kong box office was made overseas, we're not getting that return for Black Widow. So the question is Black Widow going to be a real test, or do we keep waiting? Because after Black Widow, we have no movies, like no big blockbuster movie until Venom, at least that I can think of. Like, is Black Widow our test? Should studios use it as a test? What do you think?
I mean, I think that they should most likely, because I think it's more like realistic, as you said, like, because Godzilla vs. Kong, we're talking about two like iconic characters that have been iconic for like literally decades. So yeah, you put them against each other, like that's gonna be a huge event, no matter if it's a pandemic, whatever's happening in the world. Like that's gonna always attract people. But I think Black Widow will be more of a test for other studios to see. But I think I don't know, because I think that the MCU still is a little bit bigger than your average blockbuster like franchise and stuff like that. So I think studios that have like their basically like blockbusters, I don't think they can really use Black Widow as like the best comparison either. So I think it's going to take that one studio to drop like a normal blockbuster movie to really see where we're actually at when it comes to like the box office. I don't know what movie that's going to be, or what studio's going to like take that risk, that
no
leap,
studio,
but
no studio.
Yeah, I think
bro, it sucks.
I
think that we gotta wait it out. But like, I think that the biggest problem with all of this is that these companies are still gonna do dual releases because they can't risk it. Like Black Widow, even if we use it as a real test, it's dual releasing on Disney Plus. Raya and the Last Dragon dual released and it tanked at the box office. Absolutely horrendous. But Soul, wait, was Soul Pixar? Soul was Disney Plus only, right?
Yeah, I think Soul would have probably did a bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Especially
Soul
like
would have
around
done
holiday
better.
time too. I don't know why they put it in theaters.
But yeah, Luca might be a little bit of a test, but still, it's gonna be free on Disney Plus. No one's going to theaters to watch it. It seems like Disney is gonna do the thing where it's like, excuse me, it's gonna be like, if they're releasing in theaters, if they're doing the dual release, then they'll make it pay. Then they'll make you pay, because then it's just free on Disney Plus. Like it's just $7 a month. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this whole like I guess trend of studios releasing movies in theaters only goes. Hopefully it goes in the right direction and we get theater only releases sometime soon. But I understand, because bro, they gotta make bank. Like they gotta make the money. Like we can't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a streaming service now too. We got Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus, being crazy. So.
Yeah, bro. Oh, Paramount Plus. We gotta talk about Mission Impossible, bro. They got delayed. Both got delayed. Mission Impossible 7 and 8 got delayed because they're not filming them together anymore, bro. Bro, they gotta stop, bro. Tom Cruise is gonna die before they come out. Like that's how old the man is getting, bro. They gotta chill, because they gotta make like at least 12 more before he like gets into the 60s. So
I mean, they might switch protagonists maybe at some point.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Mission Impossible has not missed in my like they maybe missed like one at max out of like 7 out of 6. Like that's insane.
I've only seen 3
You haven't watched all of them?
No, I've only seen everything from Ghost Protocol up to Fallout. So however many.
That's like 2 movies. Bro, that's
Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout. So 3.
That's 3. Oh, that's so bad. But you gotta watch the other 4. Yeah. Or what? 3 other 3. Fallout was 6. Yeah, bro. No, but the thing is, like, they don't have that star power though that the recent ones have had. Like the recent ones have had crazy casts. Henry Cavill was great in 6, and bro, I wish that he came back. That would be so dope. I mean, I'm excited because if they cast A-list actors for like these villain roles, I'm down for that. Because like usually we only have Tom Cruise and we have like the same like cast of supporting cast around him. We only have one villain. Usually the villain's not a big A-list actor until Fallout. And then we also had that chick from Hobbs and Shaw that was in it, and she did a great job in that movie too. So, but yeah, that's basically all we have prepped. But now we're gonna do a little special thing at the end of the stream. We're gonna be tier listing all of the Spider-Man movies, guys. And now this is gonna be a little bit controversial. I did indeed get flamed on Twitter later or earlier today, but this list does include Venom, so it is gonna include Venom. We'll go in order. Actually, you want to go in order of release, or you want to go in order that's on here?
We just go in the order that's on here.
Okay. Spider-Man 2. D.
Wait, oh, that's Spider-Man 2 or the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
This one's 2. This one's 2.
Oh, okay. So I guess Spider-Man 2?
No. Oh, no. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, like D.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
okay. Amazing. Yeah, I think it's a D too. There's no debating about it. Like, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, there's like no like the movie, like low key, like I don't want to say it wasn't bad, but like it wasn't good. It wasn't like it was like you know.
I mean, I'm mad to put it at C, but I mean, I personally think it's D. But
no. The thing is, I think it's D as well. I agree. But like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, D. I agree. It should be D. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man.
Ooh. Personally, I think it's B. I think
B.
It's B.
Okay, yeah. I agree with you. Okay. So Amazing Spider-Man. Let's talk about it. Okay. The lizard morph guy, decent villain, but the motive was a little bit whack in my opinion. Like, man just wanted to poison the entire city. Like, that's a little bit cheesy, but what carries the movie is just the Spider-Man origin story is practically perfect, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Really good first film.
Yeah, like as a first film, bro. Like, okay, I would. I'll say this whenever we get to that movie. Spider-Man 2. I think it's one of the only two that'll go in S tier, right?
S tier.
Yes, sir. Spider-Man 2 is so perfect, bro. Like, it's like. I don't know how to explain how good it is. Like, it's like one of the perfect superhero films in my opinion. And it like carries that trilogy. Like, it is so good that it almost misses the mark, but like it almost redeems that trilogy for Spider-Man 3. But Spider-Man 3 is just so bad. Up next on the list is Spider-Man 3. I would go.
I'm going to C.
Okay, yes. Thank you. C tier, yes.
I don't think it's as bad as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But it's not like good either.
I would say it's like below average, like right below average.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, this one's gonna get a little controversial. Okay, here's my opinion on Spider-Man Far From Home. It is a fun movie. It is a good movie. It is not a good Spider-Man movie. That is what I have to say about it. So, personally, I would put it at. Oh my god, I'm gonna get. Okay, what do you think, Bradley? I don't want to get flamed for this.
Personally, I'll put it at B. I think it's good.
Oh no! Okay, I can't debate.
I think it's solid, debating,
bro. I don't know if it's between B or C, bro.
I don't say it's as bad as Spider-Man 3 though. Like, I think it's still a fun movie in my opinion. I would rewatch Far From Home. Like, honestly,
I would agree. Okay, I would go B.
I wouldn't rewatch Spider-Man 3.
Okay, but this is where it gets a little tricky with Homecoming, because I wouldn't put Homecoming at the same level of Far From Home, in my opinion. But I wouldn't put it on the same level as Spider-Man 3.
To me, I put it at B as well. I mean, I think both are just fun movies that aren't the best things in the world, but they're fun to watch, in my opinion. Far From Home and Homecoming.
Average. Okay, I agree. I'll put it there.
I'll put it there. If you put it at C, I wouldn't be mad at you. So I could see it.
I would, but the thing is, it's not nearly as bad as Spider-Man 3, bro. Like, Spider-Man 3 is a different breed. Like, but the thing is, I don't want to put Spider-Man 3 at D, so I think this works. Like, Spider-Man Homecoming at B, that works. Into the Spider-Verse, I think that's an easy S for me. S tier, yeah. Bro, okay. Amazing. Into the Spider-Verse, in my opinion, is the best, like, it's not even necessarily like an origin story. Like it is an origin story at the same like it is an origin story, but it's not an origin story at the same time. Like
I mean, it
it's
is
like
an
it's like
origin story,
it is an
basically.
origin story. Like on paper, it's an origin story. When you're watching the movie, it doesn't feel like an origin story. Like it feels so like it feels like an I don't know. Like it feels like his character is already so established. Maybe it's because we know Miles from before, but like I don't know. Like his character already feels so established, and it feels like they
Yeah.
like and obviously they're not rushing through the Miles origin. Like everything in this movie is so well paced. Like I would say this movie is like almost a 10 on every like marking on the scale.
So good.
Like animation, it's an
Animation.
11 out of 10.
Ooh.
Okay. Writing, maybe a 9, I would say. Like I like what they do with Prowler. I wish he got a little more screen time though. To like connect with Miles a little more. But other than that, bro, dude, it was busting. Like it was a great movie. Spider-Man 1, okay. This is my opinion on it, okay. I'm gonna go A tier.
It's here. Ah, let me
Because
think.
because this is my reasoning for it, okay. I do not think that I don't think it's on the same tier as the Amazing Spider-Man at all. I think it's a tier above Amazing Spider-Man. And I definitely think it's like 4 tiers above these two, but there's only one more we can move it up. So I think the only valid option for me is an A. What would you say?
I don't know. I
Would you
mean,
put it
for
at
me
B?
personally, I like the movie, but I would say like out of all these movies, at least out of the Raimi trilogy, this one's like definitely like aged the worst. I mean, it was the first one, but still like
Yo,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
know.
wait,
Going
wait,
like
wait, wait,
it's
wait. We're acting like Spider-Man 3 didn't exist for a second. Are we doing that? Is that the plan here?
no, I'm just saying in terms of like just it's so cheesy at times. I don't know.
Bro,
It's
it's
just
a
so campy.
Spider-Man. It was the first ever
But
live
like it's
action
just like
Spider-Man.
kind of like cringe at some moments in my opinion. But it's still overall cool, like enjoyable. But
Bro,
like
this movie was made in
certain
like the
moments, just like
1600s, bro.
yeah, I
This
know,
movie
yeah,
was
I
literally made
understand,
in the
but still,
1600s.
like I mean, Spider-Man 2 wasn't made too long after and that movie. Like aged like fine wine. I don't know.
Because they had that experience, bro.
I mean,
Would
you
you
put
really put it
it.
at a B? Bro, okay, wait. You're telling me, okay, let me get this straight, okay? You are going to put Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man 1 movie on the same tier. Tell me yes or no.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
I don't.
God,
'Cause honestly, bro, I'm
no!
gonna be real. Like, I think that Spider-Man 2, like, really, like, I think in our minds, or at least my opinion, like, it makes the whole trilogy, like, at least Spider-Man 1 look better, like, what it actually is, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Like, I think Spider-Man 1 is a little overrated, in my opinion, personally. Like, I think it's
Yeah.
fun, it's cool, but that's just me. We've been A
Okay.
tier. I mean, I respect it.
The thing is,
I respect
I
it.
want to put it at an A tier just to make us not get roasted on Twitter when I post this, but a beat, I don't know, bro. Like it's better than Homecoming though. Like, okay, just like judging as a Spider-Man film, it's so good. Like that's my thing. I don't know.
Like, yeah, it's good. It's like. I mean, I don't know, man. Like you can, I mean, if you put an A tier, yeah,
I'm putting it an A tier.
I mean,
We'll put an
I would
asterisk
respect it.
next to it. We'll put an asterisk next to it. Brentley thinks it's a B tier. Brentlly thinks it's just as bad as Homecoming. But
Homecoming's not bad. Don't.
okay,
Homecoming's not bad,
finally,
man.
Venom. Technically not a Spider-Man movie, but technically it is. Technically, okay. Where I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a high C.
Yeah, I was thinking C. I agree with that.
Okay, yeah.
I was
I would
thinking
agree with
C.
that, yeah. Like the thing is, it's not a bad movie though, in my opinion. Like it's a decent movie. Like it's just like slightly below average. Like
It's
there's
a rush to me. That's the issue.
yeah, it was really rushed.
Fast.
The
I'm
pacing
like,
was
Jesus
horrible,
Christ.
bro. But yeah, guys, that is Brilliant Eye's tier list for all of the Spider-Man movies. So that is basically it for that portion of the live. And Brilliant and I are going to end it here. Thank you guys for everyone who checked out the live stream today. This is the first one that Brilliant and I did. I'm going to try to do these like once every 2 weeks, maybe, because there's not enough to talk about every week for a live stream. But I'll gather stuff throughout like 2 weeks, and then maybe Brilliant and I can sit down, hop on a live stream, and then we can do tier lists and stuff like that at the end of every live stream. If you guys want to leave suggestions on what we should tier list and stuff like that in the comments, make sure to do that live chat as well. But yeah, If you guys are new on the channel and you guys did enjoy this live stream and you guys want to check out all my other videos, please feel free to do so. And while you're there, if you like the content that you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, like this live stream if you guys did enjoy this live stream. If you guys want to check out all of Brantley's social media, all of that will be in the top links in the description down below. I listed everything there, and then right underneath that, you guys can click a link to check out the playlist of all of Brantley and I's videos together. We've done videos talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. We've talked about literally everything you can think of. We have all videos together, so if you guys want to check those out, make sure to do so. Again, if you're new on here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. If you're watching this on replay, thank you for clicking on the video in general, and if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.